We got brand new screenshots for the Druids DLC as we get closer to that May 13th release, and they really reveal a lot of interesting things. So a ton to go over. We also got new icons for the trophies that reveal even more about the expansion, and the Ubisoft Connect challenges of course appeared as well. So let's get into it. A like on the video would of course really help me out. And let's go. David won one of my previous giveaways and he now tweeted about it, and I of course already started a brand new one which you can enter via the link in the pinned comment for 2,300 Helix credits, and these giveaways are of course only for subscribers of the channel. Good luck. A Journamentee Lumia on Twitter was the first to share these pictures, and PlayStation Game Size shared them with me. Like, these were not supposed to be revealed yet, but likely found in the Xbox database, so we will likely see these in the Microsoft Store when the DLC is available. Let's start with the most exciting and interesting screenshot in my opinion, where we see Eivor, I think, do the Dive of the Valkyries ability with a brand new spear and armor set. I think the bow is actually new too, but I will talk a bit more about the new gear in a moment. The most interesting thing is of course the werewolf taunting Eivor. So yes, these druids seem to be shapeshifters, so they can change into creatures, kind of like the frost giants in the mythical worlds. In a previous video, we discussed a leak from Andy Reloads, which already indicated that these werewolf enemies would be in the game, noting wolf transformation, and the files even hinted at a spider druid as well. So high chance that we will fight an enemy turning into a spider in the DLC too. Going back to the werewolf though, because werewolves are a thing in Irish folklore, with the big story being the werewolves of Ossory. Ossory is a place in Ireland, and it was believed that the people of Ossory could transform into a wolf whenever they pleased. They would be the descendants of Lake Net Féilead, a tribe of fierce warriors. They would be mercenaries and transforming into beasts in battle. So that is likely what we will see here during this Valhalla DLC. But of course the question is, how are they going to explain that? Because especially Valhalla has been pretty grounded, like way more so than Odyssey. So are these enemies we can only encounter during hallucinations after taking some sort of drug? Or is it really that we just run into a camp and then suddenly an enemy turns into a werewolf? It's kind of hard to believe that they would throw the sort of realistic tone of Valhalla out of the window with this DLC, but yeah, it's kind of hard to say at this point. The naval items were of course always over the top, and there were actually some leaked werewolf items for our ship a while back, which make way more sense now, and we see footage here from Yoav. So that is maybe something we can earn in this DLC, although personally I would not be surprised if this turns out to be a Helix set instead. Either way, going back to these new enemies, because I'm actually pretty excited to fight them. Like, these giants could actually be quite a challenge, where other enemies in the game are far from difficult at this point. So I think it will be awesome to not know what you're up against. Will this enemy change into a creature and then maybe change back later on in the fight? And I'm overall really happy to see that these Druids enemies look way cooler than what we saw in the post-launch trailer, like way more diverse. And we got another look at these Druids in another screenshot in front of this wooden idol. Some will have a shield, some won't. And there are more interesting things going on here. For one, we see a chest on the left here, which we also saw in the post-launch trailer. So there will likely be a lot of those, and they kind of look like tungsten chests in a way. I don't think they will be for gear. And there is a trophy referring to collecting amber shards for Deirdre. So I would not be surprised if this chest holds amber shards, which we then have to bring to her. Also because we see a Druid's enemy icon for the trophy. Also interesting is the input from Sean in the comments under my recent Druids video regarding the Legend of St. Patrick trophy. Kill the only snake in Ireland. So Sean notes that this might actually be referring to killing a certain someone instead of like looking for one snake in Ireland. Maybe it's an order member, because we now also see the icon for this trophy, which was now revealed. Sean notes that snakes symbolized pagans as well. So with the Christian cross here, the kind of halo, I would not be surprised if we have to like kill a special target for this trophy instead. And well, seems like these druids had some ties to the order as well. Looking at the Yggdrasil tree on the rock there, which we of course also find on the order medallions we gathered in the main game. One of the leaked trophies, or likely Ubisoft Connect challenges that French YouTuber Jonathan shared, had us like take out 5 of the children of Danu, so I would not be surprised if we saw like an order menu for that. Moving on though, we got a look at Eivor in brand new gear. Yes, for one, it's a new hairstyle that we actually see male Eivor use in that other shot as well. Going back to this new shot though, we see a brand new shield, but more exciting is of course the sickle sword. And in my previous video, we already discussed the trophy, talking about using 2 of these weapons at the same time, and now we see it in this shot as well. And the weapon looks awesome. I was kind of worried that we'd only see sort of wooden weapons that we already saw in the concept art. So really cool that they're kind of taking the Origins approach in a way. Looks a bit upgraded too, so maybe save up those nickel and tungsten already. And yeah, I think this armor is the Dublin Champion armor. We got, of course, a trophy for that as well. We don't see the helm in the picture, but now for the trophy, we do see the helmet. And I can kind of imagine that it fits on this armor. So yeah, curious how we will be able to get this armor and if there are more armor sets in this DLC. With Eivor like only showing up in all the Druids DLC footage with the same gear. Also, of course, that short bit of footage we already showed multiple times. Like maybe they're holding one armor set back. I would love that, but I'm not expecting more than 1 armor, just keeping my expectations in check. We all see 2 other characters here, and I would not be surprised if the kind of seer looking woman is Deirdre, so that we have to give the Ember Shards to her. And if you got any theories, of course, drop them down in the comments down below. Like, these images just dropped, so I'm like kind of sharing my initial impressions and some takes from Dennis that we shared during the podcast as well. Will be up this Saturday, by the way, or already up for members. We'll link to it in the video description. Either way, there are also said that I think that this lady is romanceable. I don't know why, just a hunch, but that's what I think. Also interesting is the trophy icon for the Kingsmaker Trophy, where we have to complete 10 royal demands. And yes, the image is a birdhouse. Likely meaning that the pigeon coops that were of course found in the files as highlighted by Andy Reloads will indeed be in this DLC. And that we have to like go there and get certain objectives, kind of like Black Flag. We have Michael saying that these could also be for the daily missions from Reda. Of course, the first time you meet Reda, you get a quest Viking for Hire, which would give you a shield after completing also 10 of these missions. So maybe it's similar to that. And we of course had leaks for new daily contracts as well. So it would line up, but it could also be like 2 separate things. We will really have to wait and see. Right now, the new Ubisoft Connect challenges are live, by the way. We have to assassinate 5 million people for the community challenge. And also 100 assassinations are needed for the solo challenge, which you can of course easily complete at the dummy area in Norway. So if everyone completes that, then we'll have the community challenge in no time too. 50 light bow and dagger kills are also needed for other solo challenges, and you have to recruit 1 Jams Viking target. So really as easy as that. Totally subscribe to be up to date on everything regarding the Druids DLC. A new update for Valhalla is by the way coming this Tuesday. We'll of course have more videos about that up very soon. So subscribe to miss nothing. A like on this video would of course really help me out. And check out my previous video on more Druids info. You can watch that one by clicking on the screen, or I will link to it at the end of our photo mode showcase. You can send in your shots via the Valhalla Raptor hashtag on Twitter, or via my dedicated pictures channel on the Discord. And you can join the Discord via the link in the pinned comments. Accept the rules and then you are able to post. Okay, Joyce, come in. Of course, the photo mode expert here on the channel. You look at all the pictures that are sent to us, and there are a ton, and you select only 3. So I'm curious, which one did you pick this time?
What's up, everyone? Let's start with MM over on Discord, where Eivor is fighting fire with fire, looking lit, wearing the Bayek outfit, which we actually don't see a lot in these pictures, so it's kind of like a nice rare shot. And the mask, I don't know where the mask is from.
I think it's Huldu Folk, if I'm not mistaken. It was actually for sale at Reda at one point, so...
Yeah, it makes for a great action picture. Not sure how he caused all of this using only a dagger. Up next is Tsuki Kaze, who caught a magical appearance of a fox underwater. Eivor must be surprised seeing this, or maybe she drank too much ale before diving in. I love how the bubbles around the wild animal makes it stand out even more.
Yeah, we both know where this is, right?
Yeah, no, that's arc play.
Yeah, underwater there are strange things happening, but for some reason they did not fix this, so I guess it's intentional. This fox just, yeah, wants to be a fish, I guess.
And finally, we've got Pot2Go, who's returning with this amazing shot from up top where you see Eivor on a horse riding through the snow. What I absolutely love about this is not only the footprints, but the perfect shadow to make it look like it's actually the silhouette that's riding. Incredibly well done.
I'm getting Origins vibes from this, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Really, really cool. So thanks everyone for sharing. Of course, share your shots. Maybe you are in the next video. Subscribe for way more Valhalla content and totally check out our previous video by clicking on the screen. For now, we will speak to you next time and goodbye.
Goodbye.